Well, we are back for another episode of The Mandalorian. We're on to episode 5. We've only got 3 to go, and we've done absolutely nothing with the time that we've had so far. This is the most nothing episode I think we've ever had throughout the whole of Mandalorian. It's so boring, so little happens, and it really just proves that Jon Favreau is the master of dragging shit out. It's so noticeable that you're attempting to just waste time and drag it out to make a season with this episode. What they have is, I think the best way to describe this episode is it's a recap of the other 2 seasons, where we have a character. Oh, these Mandalorians once fought beside me. And then another character says, we once fought beside him to save the family. And they just keep doing that. They just repeat what we already know, what everybody in the room already knows, and seem to think, oh, we're doing things, we are. It's like, you ain't doing shit. You're really not doing anything. You're not progressing anything forward. Again, with 5 episodes in, 3 episodes to go, we haven't even had a storyline. There's no storyline here. You know, most of us thought, oh, well, what they're going to be doing is Mando is going to find his redemption by going in a bath rather than something fucking interesting. And you would think that, right, that would be the whole season. Yet, no, it's just random shit. A random episode on this, then a random episode on that. It doesn't really all come together. It doesn't fit together. It's almost like Jon Favreau's been told by Lucasfilm, we need some Mandalorian episodes. You know, we just need them. So, you know, don't come up with a... Don't take the time to come up with a story. Just, we need it out there. That's what this season feels like. But yeah, again, it's just in this episode they have... Again, to waste time, they have characters just say the most generic shit, like, we've got to go over there, or, you know, stuff like that, where they're not saying anything. It's just amazing that we're 5 episodes in, 3 episodes to go, and nothing's happened. Nothing of any consequence, really. They start off the sort of previously on. It's got Moff Gideon on it, so you're like, oh, Moff Gideon's coming back. He doesn't turn up in this episode, but you know, they start again. I don't know why they're doing this in episode fucking 5 rather than episode 1. I don't know why you'd start, right, Moff Gideon's returning. We've only got 3 episodes to go. So he's going to return, and we're not going to be able to finish any of that, are we? Unless we have a 5-hour final episode. But I really think this just comes down to that Jon Favreau, you know, again, doesn't care. And he doesn't know anything about how to make a television show. That just becomes more apparent when you just have this just randomness. You know, it'd be different if this was the concept of your show. You had, oh, you got one thing happening in this but you don't, you're inconsistent with it. It's like, oh, well, we've got a story to tell, but we've also got this random shit going on. It's like, make your fucking mind up. Don't start going, oh, we're bringing Moff Gideon back now. With only 3 episodes. There's no point. So it starts out on good old Navarro. I mean, you can probably tell, I'm already just pissed off with it. I was so bored out of my fucking mind. Gotham Knights had more than this going on. It wasn't good, but it still had stuff happening. So, yeah, we start out on Navarro. He's got plans for, oh, we got cargo coming in here. Then, of course, action. There's the pirates have come back, and they're now unleashing bombs on the city. You know, I don't get how you make certain things so boring. I really don't know. So, yeah, they look out, and the pirate ship's up in the sky. He tells the droid, go and clear the citizens out. I'm like, don't tell the droid. It turns out the droid did fuck all, because we then later go out and look at when the ship starts bombing the entire city, and everyone's just going about their business, didn't even know it was happening. So I don't know what the fuck this droid did. It didn't tell no one, though. So yeah, you have, like, so again, it's a similar thing. Grief Cargo says, "Oh, pirates," and then the robot comes back in and says, "Oh, there's pirates. Fuck me. You are just trying to waste time when you have that happen. It's like we don't need the droid to repeat it. Cargo's already said it, even though we don't need them to, because it's like, we've seen that ship in, what was it, episode 1." So we already know it's pirates. But no, we've got to waste time again. Waste time. Make you think we're doing stuff. But really all we're doing is having one person say something and then another person repeat it. So then he gets hailed by the swampy, he's got, I don't know what all this is. He's just like, "You killed my guys in cold blood." Cargo says, "They shot first." And then this guy says, "Well, now I'm going to shoot first." And then Cargo's like, "I'll call the New Republic." And then he's like, "The New Republic can't do nothing." Riveting. Really riveting stuff. So then he cuts off Cargo and says, "Do not hail me again." Again, we've got another line. I have to go back to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Remember when Obi-Wan Kenobi landed on the planet and then Darth Vader followed him and says, "You came to destroy me." It's like, no, you came here. You came here. So we have a same line here where, no, you hailed Cargo. Why are you saying "do not hail me again"? I don't know. I don't know how you have lines like that. It's like, well, no, he hailed Cargo. So he can't say "do not hail me again." I'm just, oh, fucking hell. So that's what's going on. So they got to get out they've got to get, he sends a message. So we're going to go off to Coruscant again. Waste a bit of time there with the Asian guy that they always bring into it. He sends a thing to him. So all the people are getting blown up. There's loads of people dead. Great. So they all run off. And then we go to the base with the New Republic on it. And then this guy gets the thing that Cargo sent him. And Cargo's like, "I fear that our planet is going to be destroyed." It's like, I don't know why we're acting like it's I don't know why in Star Wars they don't understand what a planet is. It's like, no, the pirates are attacking your city, not the planet. That city is not the planet, but they seem to think it is. That Navarro is also a planet, but also a city. It's like they're not attacking the planet. They're just attacking your city. But no, every time, I don't know, but again, it only specifically seems to be in like Disney Star Wars stuff that they can't comprehend what a planet is and how big it is. So we keep getting lines like that. They're destroyed. "I fear for our planet." They're shooting your city. If your city gets destroyed, that doesn't, hurt the planet. It just hurts your city. But whatever. Then we get this CGI face goblin, whatever he is. It looks awful. So what he's going to do, even though the transmission he just got from Navarro was like, the pirates are, doing this, they're bombing on us, they're killing us. This guy then fucks off to Coruscant. Because apparently, if he just sends a message, the New Republic won't listen because they're busy and because Navarro is not a part of their Republic membership or whatever. So he goes off to Coruscant. It's like, mate, stuff's going down here. Maybe don't fly all the way to Coruscant. I mean, when he goes up and meets the guy even says, "Oh, you've come a long way from home." Exactly. So Navarro's fucked. You made a pointless trip coming, but nah, they're all fine. So he comes into this office, to speak to the Colonel. The Colonel's like, oh, I can't give you nothing. I can't, you know, we've got people that are members of the Republic that have to be a priority. So he's not going to get any help. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Not much. He's now going to go and talk to the Mandalorians. So he's going to fly somewhere else. And I'm like, how many days has it been at this point from when you got this transmission? About 2 weeks. Again, it's space travel. I don't know why we think space travel means, oh, no, I jump in my little, you know, hovercraft, and then the planet's just right there, right next door. It's 5 minutes away. It's not, it takes fucking, well, it should take years, to be honest, shouldn't it? It's just fucking unbelievable. So, yeah, he just comes in asking for that. He shows him the transmission. They're just like, oh, they're not part of the membership. And then this evil woman comes in. She was the one that killed that guy, which I guess that guy's never turning up again. In which case, what a waste of a fucking episode that was. You know, you had actually, you know, a character in that episode. Whereas now it's just nothingness. So yeah, then the guy starts, the flight pilot guy starts going on about, I don't think this is an isolated episode. There's been reports of stormtroopers, of TIE fighters in the sky, that Moff Gideon was ruling over the place. I think it's all connected with the pirates. Why would you think that? Even the you know, the general, whatever he is, says, well, that's a leap. Yeah, it is a leap. I don't know why you think the pirates have anything to do with Moff Gideon. It's like the pirates are attacking Navarro for a reason. The reason that we got in episode 1 was, what's his name? Grief Kargo said to the weird-looking pirates that you're not welcome, that pirates aren't welcome here. So that's why the pirates attack Navarro. Not because, oh, they're somehow related to Moff Gideon. So that is definitely a leap. I don't know how he's leapt to that. It's like, well, the Moff Gideon stuff, stormtroopers and TIE fighters, that's connected, but the pirate stuff, no. Yeah, and then we get a bombshell dropped on us in episode 5 that he heard Moff Gideon never even made it to trial. Right. We heard in episode 1 it went off without a hitch, but okay. But yeah, we're getting there near the end of the episode. So, you know, as he's saying here, we have a backlog of requests from member worlds that have priority. And then the evil woman that's obviously so evil to everyone. She's like, oh, well, maybe what we should do, perhaps Navarro need to understand becoming a Republic member is valuable. So essentially what she wants to do is let him die. And that will somehow make Navarro want to become a member of the New Republic. Rather than going, no, we'll go and help them, and then they want to join because they see the benefits. The evil one was just like, nah, let them suffer. Even the flight guy, even he says, so let them suffer. Yeah, I know, it makes no sense. I don't know. The New Republic is fucking backwards. They really are in this show. I mean, one of the criticisms I had for episode 3 was the fact that they took people from that worked for the Empire and brought them in to work for them. Yet when it came to Empire parts or Imperial parts, they would get rid of them just based on the fact that they are Imperial. And then you have a woman coming in like this saying, let them suffer. And you're like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong here. And this guy's like going along with it. Even when the other guy, you know, calls her out, he's like, you're out of line. It's like, no, she just said let them suffer and that will make them want to join us. Fucking, just piss off, Star Wars. Fucking Star Wars, honestly. So that's the kind of, but yeah, I don't know. He says, I'll try and give you something. But he never goes back to, he never goes to Navarro. We get a little shot of the Navarians, or whatever they're called. Probably should be dead by now. It's been months. It's been months since they sent that transmission off. I don't know why we're acting like, oh no, it took that guy to get to Coruscant in a day. Even a day is too long. It's like, no, they've already wiped the city out, mate. You might as well go home and forget the whole thing. So it just shows them, and he's like, oh, I've sent a message to the New Republic. So you see how, oh right, we need you to tell that again. Even we've seen it, seen you do it. Maybe cut this bit out. Don't need it. But no, again, we've got to fill that time with something. So we just have someone repeat something that we already know about. So yeah, now the New Republic flight guy, he's somehow found where the Mandalorians are. I don't know why. Don't know how long it took him to get to that planet, but either way, it's even longer now. Apparently, well, it turns out he's tracking R5, like the droid. Yeah, but why would you think that droid was with Mando? Did you also go to Star Wars? Honestly, you just start forgetting shit after a while when it's just this piss poor. Why am I forgetting it now? I guess he went to see the repair woman to ask her, oh, did you sell that droid to Mando, even though it's a droid he didn't want? But I'm just like, so how does he know that R5 is with the Mandalorians? He doesn't know that. And when he comes down, he looks at Bo-Katan's ship. So I'm like, what are you tracking? Bo-Katan's ship or R5? Unless R5 has been in it, so his signature, I don't know. So he lands down, he gets out to talk to the Mandalorians. Of course, the Mandalorians say generic fucking shit, as per usual. Mando comes out and he's like, how did you manage to find us? Us Mandalorians, we pride ourselves on our secrecy. Yet you keep getting found by monsters and all that, and flying pterodactyls. Yet you're the masters of hiding yourselves. So I don't really think we get much here, to be honest. It's just, again, how did you find us? He says, oh well, someone among your ranks. I used to. What does he say? I used to serve with, like, as part of the rebellion. It turns out to be R5. So how do you know R5 was with the Mandalorians? For all you know, you were chasing after nothing. I don't know. I do not know. So he just tells Mando about your friend's in danger. He may want your help. I haven't got any people. The Republic won't help. And that's all the information we get. So then they have their big long-winded conversation where they talk about, what was it, the first or second episode of the first season, where the Mandalorians help Mando to get Baby Yoda out of Navarro. So that's what Mando goes on about. He says, the Mandalorians helped me and came together when I needed them. And then they also have a talking hammer. Like you would have a talking stick. Well, they have a hammer that they must hold in order to talk. These armorer tools just seem to be used for any situation, because later on when they do go to Navarro, the armorer woman is fighting with her armorer weapons. It's like, no, that's for, banging metal and steel. I don't know why you're using them as weapons. So they've got that, so he's talking about that, and then the armorer woman asks, does anyone else want to talk? So then this guy gets up and he's like, on Navarro, I helped Mando, and we helped them get away with Grogu. It's like, fuck me. We've just had Mando say that. You're not offering up. Again, it's just wasting time. It is just wasting time that we don't need to waste. All it could have been is Mando says, right, listen, we got to help them. Cargo's changed his ways. Let's go and help them. And then we go, rather than going, fucking hang about. Let's hang about and have someone else repeat exactly what I just said. Not offer up much else other than finishing off on this is the way. Doesn't mean anything. So then now it's going over. They're going over the plan that they got to do, and also interjecting stuff in, like, stuff we've seen, stuff we already know about. Again, offering up nothing new, no new information. You're just repeating what we've seen in the episode, how, what the pirates are doing, where they are. That's all. Just stop it. So they fly off to Navarro. It shows you all the pirates pissing about, drinking, shooting at things. Wasted more time, because that was stuff we definitely had to see. So then they're going to surprise him. They're fighting in the sky. And it's just, we're just saying things. We're all just saying things. We're not actually saying anything interesting. We're just saying, oh, that one's on your tail and stuff like that. They took out an engine. So it's just saying things like that for about 20 minutes. You have the Mandalorians all come down and start a, shoot-out war. I wasn't invested in it because nothing's going to happen to them. I already know that. They'll be fine. And then someone brings out a big laser. That big laser there. They just stand there and take the shots because they're idiots. And then we see... Yeah, we then see her fight. Why are you fighting with these tools? They're tools. They're not weapons. Why is she always walking about with them? It's like, surely you leave them, like, by your workstation. It's like me if I was working in a, like a mechanic shop and I started walking about with fucking, hatchets and everything. Just, like, randomly. Walking about with screwdrivers just in my hands all the time. Like, these are used for specific things, not weapons. You've got other things for that. So that's all the town come back and they're all cheering. Swampy Monster, one of his guys runs away and they go to retreat. And then they blow it out of the sky. And there's the Babu Frick things. And then he's like, oh, let's offer the Mandalorians a home on this city. From here to here, that will be their home. They don't have a home planet, but they can make this their home. So then Bo-Katan goes to talk to the armorer in a little thing. Hold on a second. Right, there we go. So, yeah, Bo-Katan comes in to talk to her, and she's like, take your helmet off. So Bo-Katan takes her helmet off. And she's like, you walk the way of of both worlds of, like, Mandalorians. So what we're going to do is we're going to use you to unite all the clans together again. And then, yeah, what we're doing now at the end of episode 5, when we've only got 3 episodes to go, is we're going to retake Mandalore. Why didn't you do that in episode 3? When Mando came back, why didn't you go, right, well, it seems like it's safe over there. Let's retake the place. Why would you not have done that then, instead of wasting time on bollocks? Don't know. Jon Favreau didn't have a plan for this show. So now we have the final scene, where, of course, someone in space comes across something in space. How? Just fuck off. There's just nothing put into it. It's just, right, we need this guy to find the ship that was transporting Moff Gideon. We need him to come across it somehow in space. So, yeah, he just comes across it. Just randomly. In the same episode that he was talking about Moff Gideon. We're not even going to put a break between it. It's just going to be this episode he talks about Moff Gideon may have escaped. And then in that episode, he finds Moff Gideon has escaped. So, yeah, there's a transport here that he wasn't looking for it or nothing. He just happened to cross it in space. So it's all been, I don't know, it's all been blown to bits. There's no survivors. You know, they have someone over the radio say there's no survivors. Yeah, you're in space and the hull is ripped open. No chance of survivors in that now, is there? I mean, how long ago did this happen? So they go in and he sees a piece of metal that turns out to be Beskar armor. So then now they're like, oh, it must be the Mandalorians, because nobody else has Beskar. You know, we haven't seen that in previous seasons. Someone else having Beskar metal. So it's not. I don't know what it will be, to be honest. I don't fucking care. I'm like, you're just at a point in this season now where it's like you've run out of time. You've run out of time to do anything meaningful, just anything interesting whatsoever. You've wasted it all. You've just went, we need 8 episodes. Let's just drag the fuck out of it. Every episode's just a random different thing. And there's nothing sort of holding it all together. There's no sort of through line. There's no storyline. It's just random shit. And then we're going to go right at the end of the season. Right, let's get into gear now. Moff Gideon has escaped. We're going to retake Mandalore. So you're now introducing all these different things in episode 5 when you've only got 3 episodes to go. I mean, you really could have set all this stuff up within the first episode, and that would have you know, you would have had a story there. You know, Mando goes and has his redemption shit. He finds the planet and goes, "Oh, this is actually habitable again." So then he goes back to the Mandalorians. It's like, you know, I found out it's fine there. We may be able to retake Mandalore, and that's you setting yourself up for your season. And then you also can have the, you know, Moff Gideon's escaped at the end of episode 1. It's like all these things you can do in order to have a cohesive season, rather than just going, nah, it's random shit. We're gonna wait last minute to do anything. You know, I've got nothing left to say about this episode, really. It just pissed me off for the fact that it was just empty. So empty. It wasn't even, you know, there's nothing really that much to critique other than the start of the episode. After that, it's like nothing's really happening. It's just boring. Absolutely boring, dull, shit. No redeeming quality about it. But, you know, we shall see how the season ends, but, you know, I don't see how you're gonna do anything at this point. Again, the viewership on this season is so low, and this is what they've done. It's like it's no wonder. It's no wonder. I imagine the viewership has dropped even further just from what we've had this season. Just it's like, again, it doesn't come across like Jon Favreau has any type of plan for what this season was supposed to do. It's just like, we need a season. It's been a couple of years. We need a season. Don't worry about taking your time to come up with a story for the season. Just go, well, we got this episode that does that, 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 and then this episode we start getting into things. It's just like so fucking daft. But that is episode 5. Not very long to go now.